Hey guys, what's going on? This is Bobby from One More at Fitness, and today what I'm going to talk to you guys quickly about is is basically not program jumping, okay? But more importantly, is really focus on like whatever you're working on. That's going to be that's going to make whatever you do next month more effective and more effective. And what happens a lot with both nutrition and training is that we want the best results, so we try to jump to maybe more advanced stuff, harder stuff. We try to get maybe the hardest workouts. But what happens is because we're not skilled yet, those end up being too hard for us, and we can't maintain it. Or when we do it, it's just massively ineffective, and then then you kind of question why it's working. Okay, so for example, if we'll give like babies for example. So if there's a baby and you're trying to get it moved. So the first thing you do is you force it to walk. All right, you're always trying to get it to walk, always trying to get it to walk, always trying to get it to walk. Its ability to eventually walk will probably be stunted because you're not letting it go through its basic phases where, hey, the baby learns how to move its head, it learns how to pick up its head, then it learns how to roll, and then it learns how to crawl, and then it can start pulling itself up and stand, okay? And then after it stand, maybe it takes a couple steps and falls down, and then eventually it starts walking, okay? At first it's wobbly, but eventually it can walk, and then as we get older, we become masters at basically walking. And that's how exercise and nutrition is, and I kind of wrote up like a 3-month phase of fat loss just to kind of give you an example of how everything should build on itself, okay? So, which is why it's so important not to program out, not to go from one extreme to the other, because what happens a lot with diets and workouts and gyms is that you jump to a program, you do that for 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, I'm not seeing fast results, so you jump to another one and another one, and what happens is that you don't really get any results from this, okay? So say you have fat loss, so say you want to lose 30 pounds, okay? So this is month 1, okay? Now, if maybe you research online, you would think, hey, I should do interval training, or I should lift heavy, or I should do cardio, I should do carb cycle, I should do paleo, all these more maybe advanced things that you're not ready for. And what happens, you might be able to do it, but then maybe you can't maintain that, or you do it's not as effective because you don't have the groundwork. All right, so think of a big skyscraper. If that didn't have a solid foundation, it could never build to that height. Okay, to see the video. So say the first one, exercise-wise, like we want to get you mobile. Okay, so we want to build some flexibility, stop foam rolling, doing exercises that's going to give you more basically range of motion here. Okay, so that when we do the weight training, it's more effective. Right, we're not dealing with that short range of motion, which is limit your work intensity. All right, just learn all the basic movements, so learn how to squat properly, lunge, deadlift properly, do a push exercise, like a push-up, a pull exercise, like a row, learn how to do a plank, all these things. Before you add anything to it, you should be able to like master your body weight. So that's what you want to do for the first one. And then kind of get stronger with your body weight. And then on your off days, maybe you're walking and doing like cardio, because that's going to set basically the foundation for when we do intense stuff. As far as nutrition, the first month, you're just getting in the habit of journaling your food every day, okay? What that teaches you to do is it teaches you how to do something very small on a consistent basis, which a lot of people have trouble with. And then guys, food prep, right? It's going to teach you how to focus on doing some type of food prep. If that's cooking for an hour on a Sunday, or just always cooking extra food when you cook dinner at night. But just get used to some food prep, okay? And then just focus on having a protein with each meal, okay? And those are just the simple things, because if you master those, if you got good at those the first month, everything going over that will be a lot more effective. And then the second month, okay? So now we're going to start to add maybe a little bit of weight, all right? Nothing crazy, but now we'll maybe start to do squats with dumbbells. We'll do some light chest presses, okay? Second, we'll focus on not just doing the exercises, but really feeling the muscles, all right? So a lot of times with exercise, what's important is not just going through the motion, but when you're at certain points within the exercise, is really contracting the muscles as hard as you can, okay? It's an important skill, but that makes all your exercises so much more effective, okay? Maybe you're gonna start to set PR. So now that we're using weights, we're focused on, hey, I did 20 pounds, I did say 10 reps of a squat for 20 pounds, right? Next week I'm gonna try 25 pounds, right? So setting personal records each week. all right? It's going to get you strong. Now that you're getting strength, we're going to start to add interval training in, okay? Which is the process of doing something fast with like a minute of recovery. One of the reasons why we're going to do that the first month is because you might have been weak, and when you're weak, this doesn't work very effectively. Because the whole goal is to exert a lot of energy, but at first, if you're weak and you're not very strong yet, you don't really have anything to exert, so it's not really that effective, okay? So we're going to do more longer intervals, so we'll go as fast as we can for 30 seconds, maybe rest for 60 seconds, maybe we'll do that for like 10 minutes, okay? Another reason why we go long is that you're strong, but you probably don't have the ability to exert a ton of energy in a very short period of time, so we're going to do longer intervals. As far as nutrition on the second month, we're going to focus on drinking 80 ounces of water every day and increasing your vegetable intake. So make sure maybe you'll commit to having veggies like two times a day, okay? Or maybe replacing that with some more processed carbs like breads and pasta and stuff. Okay, on the third month, we're going to focus on getting like strong. So like each week, we're just going to continue to really push the PRs. We might start to do more advanced exercises, all right? We're going to start to focus on more max strength, so we'll start to go more reps as well as keep working on learning how to squeeze the muscles and how we can. And then as far as intervals go, we're going to focus on doing more intense versions of interval training. So we might start doing 10, 15-second sprints. Doing things like hurricanes, right? Because now that we're strong enough that those are effective, okay? Because remember before, like I said, if you do that and you're not that strong, it doesn't really work. You're going to feel like it's easy. You're not going to feel like it's a good workout. And then the phase 3 for nutrition is just clean up your carbs, all right? So you don't have to eliminate everything, but just think about the carbs that you have and how can you basically upgrade them so that they're better. So if you have a lot of, say, white bread, maybe you're going to start doing wheat bread, or maybe you're going to replace that with rice or potatoes or oatmeal or some more vegetables, right? And then we're going to focus on portion size, all right? So we're not going to do anything specifically, but what we want to focus on is when you sit down to eat, is focus on getting to the point where you're satisfied, not stuffed, okay? And doing that on a daily basis can save a ton of calories and lose weight from that. And that's it. So this was a long video, but I want you guys to kind of see how everything kind of built on top of each other, okay? Because again, when we jump into stuff, we want to do the most advanced stuff, but the advanced stuff isn't advanced if you're not advanced, right? It just simply doesn't work. I hope you guys got a lot out of it.